Hello, my name is Reyna and I'm an incoming sophomore at Stevenson High School. My project for Bluestamp is the line following robot, and this is my third and final milestone. So I added two more IR or infrared sensors, so now I have a middle one, a left one, and a right one, using a breadboard, and I also attached the back wheels onto the DC motors and secured it all to the chassis. And I also connected a 9-volt battery to the Arduino, wrote an isBlack function, and finished all the coding logic that I need. And you can see how my project works here. This is my final robot. So here in the front you can see the three IR sensors, and so the one over the white has two lights appearing versus the ones on the black only have one. Here's a right turn demo. There were some difficulties aligning the car just right, but it worked out. So how this works is the H-bridge distributes power from a 6-volt battery to the Arduino and all four of the DC motors. And the added 9-volt battery adds more current, so all the three sensors and the four motors all have enough power. And my program, or the line following logic, is uploaded from my computer to the Arduino, so that's how it runs the code. And the IR sensors, the infrared sensors, in the left, middle, and right are able to detect black or white, so they output different numbers depending on what it senses, and using these numbers I can use them as input to decide whether to move the car straight or turn in which direction. So some obstacles that I've faced throughout this process were adjusting the sensor potentiometers to the right sensitivities. So the potentiometer is like a knob to adjust, so a slight turn of the potentiometer made like large adjustments, so it was a little bit challenging to get the right setting that I wanted. Also, the car did not have enough power to run on only the 6-volt battery pack, so I had to add the 9-volt battery so that it could work even when it wasn't connected to the computer. And from earlier milestones, I also had to learn how to solder to connect wires onto the motors properly. And I also had to learn how to strip wires to connect to the thin wires of the battery pack. So yeah, some final takeaways that I have after this process are that so initially I wanted to explore the hardware side of engineering. That was one of my goals entering this program, and I definitely feel like I gained more experience with hands-on circuit building and also the wiring, and I also got to practice coding with the Arduino. And as comes with the territory, I also experienced debugging beyond just the code. Things like a wire not being connected properly, or soldering, the solder was not connecting the wire fully, and things like that. So it was a valuable experience in terms of that, overcoming those challenges. And from this project overall, like I mentioned, I learned how to solder, and I also learned more about the circuit's components and kind of their function rather than just them being random objects doing some task. Yeah, overall I enjoyed the project and I feel like I learned a lot. And something for the future that maybe I could explore is how to make the robot follow a curved line rather than just straight lines. Thank you.